talk about relating to one of my favorite childhood franchises of all time, and that is Power Rangers, ladies and gentlemen. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So, I don't know how many of you have grown up with Power Rangers, but like Power Rangers was a pretty important part of my childhood. Admittedly, listen, I'm a nerd. Being a nerd in your 20s requires you to still watch stuff from your childhood. I still watch Power Rangers on occasion, and it got me into like tokusatsu special effects as a whole. So, hey nerdy, what did I do to the caller? No worries. No worries. No worries. Um but Ninja Kidz is like a kids YouTube channel. They've done Power Rangers fan projects in the past. And actually, hang on 1 second. I gotta look something up real quick. They've done fan projects in the past, and it's it's your run of the mill like kids production. However, apparently Hasbro reached out to them, or Ninja Kidz reached out to Hasbro, either or. Point is, Hasbro, who are now the current owners of Power Rangers, gave them the go-ahead to do, they gave them some backing on an actual Mighty Morphin Power Rangers production. Now, this is not official. This is still, I think, technically a fan project. This just has the approval of Hasbro, and we need to keep that in mind because, yes, Hasbro does approve of this series. I'm sure they had to like check everything to make sure that like the Ninja Kidz production team wasn't doing any shady stuff. And what was hyping people up for this too was that they contacted someone, an artist by the name of Toku J. Now Toku J, he does a lot of different artwork revolving around Power Rangers. He does his redesigns. Like, look at this redesign he did for the Jungle Fury Red Ranger. Like, that just like it looks cool. He is a very talented artist, and it sucks that what had happened, because guys, I think we should just watch a little bit of the trailer. Now, to give you a heads up on how well this trailer was received, it's now privated. The video is now privated. If you look up the Ninja Kidz trailer for this, it's only people talking about it now, and that's never a good sign. But what does the trailer have in it exactly? Well, let's get to the bottom of that, and let's see what this is all about, because I mean, I'm still kind of interested in this little project. Okay, first off, if we look at these putty costumes, I mean, they're not bad. They're not bad. I mean, like, they're no better. Like, they're no worse than like what the official show had. You know, because we have to keep in mind, while this does have a little bit of backing from Hasbro, this is still not an official production of Power Rangers. This is still a fan made series, so you're gonna see some corners being now. I don't know if that effect is AI. Maybe it's like a stock digital CG effect. Who knows?
Playtime's over, children.
Now, if we look at the mouth movements of this,
Playtime's over, children.
That's not CG. That's not CG. What that is, ladies and gentlemen, is that's AI. that is AI. AI is being used in the production of this this little mini series that they're producing. And it gets worse from here. That's just like the first notable instance of AI you can see being used.
It's morphin' time.
Now, this is not AI right here. What they did was they took a picture of like the coins IRL in real life, right? So like, and then like they like obviously photoshopped and then like added it as a layer into the background here. Honestly, that's actually like this effect right here. It doesn't look that bad. Now, I think these are probably just stocked effects right here. This is like no worse than like what they were doing in the 90s. Now look how the leather's falling. This is, if people were having their doubts if it was AI or not, like, oh, this could be just been like really off CGI. No, look at this. The helmet doesn't. So like, okay, we'll watch that again. That transformation effect I've seen in dozens of like AI TikTok videos. Dozens of them. I know. And like, look at the design, right? You see that little gem on Zed's forehead? Power Ranger. It's not in the next shot. It's not. They couldn't even bother to like actually make sure that like the costume and the AI generated image look the exact same. Now, what sucks is that like the actual costumes that you see being used for like the production are pretty solid. But yeah, look. Okay, is there a way I can slow down the footage? There is. Sweet. Okay, so I want you to pay close attention to how the characters morph. Okay, we're gonna silence that so that way we don't. But like, look at the blue. I want you to specifically look at the Blue Ranger. Look at the Blue Ranger when the morph happens. It just it folds in. Not even folds in. Hang on, like it just like blips right that, and then like the Black Ranger is holding their morpher all weird. Like it's so like the use of AI, man. Like, I'm usually not one to really harp on it when it's like used for like just like bad videos online, or like when it's just like, I don't know, it's just like a shitty AI voice effect, you know what I mean? Like, that's not something I usually have a problem with. But when it's used to replace like actual like VFX artists, that's when I have a problem with it. When it's like, this show could have looked like 10 times better if you just like, there are plenty of people in the Power Rangers community who would love to work on a fan project that like do awesome like fan made like morphing sequences. Nerdy, before much longer, the video AIs will be so good you won't even be able to find any that will give them away. They will eventually be indistinguishable from CGI. Maybe. I'm not saying that's not like, I'm not saying that's without a shadow of a doubt not going to happen. But for one, right? This is just my thing. It's, for one, like it takes away jobs from like actual like CG artists, visual effects artists, And then the environmental aspects, like it just fucking destroys the fucking planet. When we use AI images and stuff. It just, I don't know, man. It's not my thing. That said, I don't like that part of the job is being like, oh yeah, I imagine you're not reveling in that fact. But like, just look how bad this is, though. Okay, look how bad this is from the rest of the trailer. Oh, probably would help if I turned the sound back on. Now, like, so like the actual suits and stuff. When we get to the action, that actually looks pretty decent.
You are
Oh god, like the AI fire.
worthy of that seat.
The dragon has struck again, infiltrating a high-clearance science facility.
The crystal is my only purpose.
By the way, apparently Lord Zed in this series is gonna have a human form.
Jason, you must ride.
Oh, by the way, what was that? This is such a weird shot. This is such a weird shot.
We look awesome, don't we?
And then like this is also another thing where it's just like the AI generated this as well.
Don't forget to subscribe.
And so like the reactions to this have not been positive. This has overall been a pretty pretty negatively impacted everything. Actually, hang on, because I'm gonna find it real quick. There was a video where someone was like a bit more they were a bit more nicer. Like they were a lot nicer to the trailer than a lot of people have been. And like one of the actors who I believe it's the kid, kid, he's like 2 years younger than me. It's the guy who plays Jason, I think. The reason why, because I don't know the video specifically, I just found it in this video talking about it, so bear with me for a second. Here it is right here.
One of the actors.
Bro, really appreciate your covering this and giving your initial reaction for it. It is bigger budget than previous episodes that Ninja Kidz produce before, but yeah, it's not Disney-sized budget. The world is absolutely moving towards using AI more with everything. I get why some people would be off-put a bit by it, but dang, guys, isn't it, or shouldn't it be more about how strong the story and the character developments are to some degree as well? To hate on things you haven't even experienced at all is like looking at a plate of chocolate and telling your mom that you're going to hate it because it looks brown and brown foods won't taste good. Just give it a try before judging. Thanks again for the honest reaction. Appreciate it. Now listen, okay? I don't think anyone who's like doing this is like, oh, I wasn't even showing it. Anyway, sorry. We read it out. We know what it it says. But I don't know, man. It's how to articulate this. Like, I remember there was a huge backlash with the Darth Vader voice with Fortnite. There's the Star Wars event that was a couple months ago, because people didn't like the use of AI. The thing is, James Earl Jones, he gave the okay for his voice to be preserved with AI for the future appearances of Darth Vader. So like I like generally like I'm okay with something like that, but it's just like, I don't know. I feel like this show is just going to be like, visually anyway, when it's not the practical effects, when it's not genuine like CG being used, it's just going to look terrible. And also, you were correct in the training of AI consumes entire cities worth of power at any given time. This is why AI companies are going to be building new power plants. My husband said that everyone under 30 is a kid. I mean, if you know what, depending on his age, that's fair. That's fair. But I just wanted to I wanted to talk about that whole thing really quick because I'm still a Power Rangers fan at heart. This is Nerdy John. This is Nerdy Live, so I feel like some sort of nerdy topic is all right to talk about here. That being said, obviously no hate, no ill will towards the actors and the stunt people involved. Obviously, I imagine they're not the ones who are deciding, yes, we are going to be using AI for this. If an actor sells the rights to their voice, that is their choice to make. It is not the fans to decide that. Just saying, no, yeah, I think I gave that exact take. But like obviously, as the consumer, if you are not liking the direction that a property that you are like is going, then you should be able to feel free to boycott that. You know, so like. Well, for one, this show is not being made for me. This is made for like little kids because that's what Ninja Kidz is. Ninja Kidz is like it's like one of those like millions upon millions subs like kids channels. Unfortunately, I don't think they were involved in like any Elsa Gate nonsense or anything like that. They just like their most popular thing is like the fan made Power Ranger stuff. But yeah, I wouldn't blame anyone for like making sure that their kids don't watch this. You know what I mean? We're both 43. I'm 44. Wow. I got boomers in the audience.